Here you guys go.
Good dog. Alright, so we're on gold right now. We're looking for the 5-minute candle closes in our direction here in gold. Five-minute and the first 10 minutes is good. Go into the 15. I'm gonna start getting you with my tools, but I can't see the bottom of my screen. This toolbar. That's better. Phew. Okay. I'm gonna be trade options here. And let's get into it here. We're gonna mark our highs. Two real highs here, maybe three if you want to count that. I'm gonna open up some highs. We're looking to sell down here from 37.80 down to 36. Calls are looking a little cheap. Puts are reasonably expensive. About 170. We're gonna hop in here with one contract. I'm gonna be waiting for the open. Oh. This is how we're currently looking for. Opening at around 70. So if we open it way up here. Make sure you have the daily level as well. The daily level. Okay, that's the daily level. I don't want to turn this into a... Yeah. Back to the hourly. We should be good here. I'm gonna text this. Call it daily. Make this one blue. Getting back into gold futures. Gold tends to have us want to wait. And we got a 5-minute rejection candle of one of these support lines. We're gonna hop back in towards today. This was yesterday's support, but gold is all the way down at 28, about 10 points lower than it closed. And gold is like one of the few guys I would just say does not respect my strategy. I'll have a buy-sided candle. I can't see my chart. That's better. 15, 5-minute, 2-minute. Right here is a buy-side. I could do these on the same chart, I just don't want to. Gold needs extended hours. SPY needs RTH. Let's go check the economic calendar. We have no releases affecting me today. Scrolling through the news. Trump's doing a lot of speaking. Trump will be announcing pharmacy tariffs in the future. At 9:05, I'm going to make a new deadline for about 10 days with oil with Russia. Crude oil jumped about $1. trying not to non-copyright release anymore, but I think they're just gonna flag me regardless. Trade Thinker is on, but we're not using it because we're trading opposite accounts. That's to say at the 80s. You ready here? Options, we have our call ready. I'm gonna do one here. I've seen greed enough, I tell you that much. Let's get back into last night's open early, what we actually got to see here. Head back into the open, we got this nice trade. 2-minute candle time frame here. Let me make sure I have instant orders on. Give me about 5 minutes. That's better. Okay. So here with the open, we had this 2-minute candle rejection. Oh, this is the entire candle here, right? If I were to, the moment this candle rejected, I bought in here on, and then I closed here, hopped on my other account, well, this account, bought in here, closed here. Heading back in today, we're opening around the 327. I kind of want to focus on SPY after the open because I don't need to be heavily watching gold to the open. I don't really take the opening trade. We are dropping down to 56. Okay.
You can't drive by that.
This is a buy-sided market here, right? I don't really have any real buy points. I just want to use these two lines as buy points. I don't have them. So I really have to be cautious here. Market's around 67. Buy-sided market. Daily levels here. Interesting. Maybe I'll clear this out real quick. I'm just gonna watch the first 5 minutes. There's no need to take a trade that's risky. No, that we aren't confident. This has officially become a sell-sided candle. And so, I'm taking an explain. I'm going through the motions. Let's zoom in on this chart. We have about 2 minutes on here. I'm looking for a point where I can buy and sell alpha, but these two buy points, so I start with my highs for sell points, right? And I continue going in that direction. This becomes a buy point because this point becomes a buy point afterwards, right? So I change the direction here. But these two get canceled out by this candle, right? Continued in this direction, so I can't look to buy here like that. We're using the hourly time frame for like different instruments. I use different time frames. Hopping back in here. Let's get ready. We have about 2 minutes on the open. Opening around 62. We're opening at a buy point, honestly. We are opening at a buy level. So I'm gonna give like 5 minutes to see how that's really working. 15 at the most. I don't want to place like an order like 10 minutes, but you really just have to observe and see how this is going for us. Gold. Gold just closed at this level and dropped 3 points. We're hitting like market lows. I can SPY, get ready for these placements. Everyone is placing calls, well, I'm sorry, puts at the open. They have open puts set. It's about 40 points in range here, you know, half a point. Market opens in 4 seconds. Let's get ready. We see the steep decline. Calls are about 70 on the dollar. And our goal here is to wait until the first 5-minute candle closes up here so we can really get a more accurate look as to where the market is heading. Let's sweep into the long, the upsides here. We do have a lot of buy way to go, you feel me? Probably really good seeing it for you guys to see it. We have a lot of room to go upwards. Perfect touch to the point 0.3. Hitting at 0.4. We have about 2 or 3 points of range to head for. Market being up about 0.3 at the open. Calls are cheap. Going to 80 and the prices of calls are increasing. We are going to take it a little bit safer and still wait for those first 5 minutes to close out here. Because heavy just bought in there and swept out. Swept and no goose happy. Take a glance over at gold real quick and see how gold is performing. Our baby gold has opened to the sell side. We opened, we hit range at 328, drop down another 3 points. Gold, we got our first 2-minute candle close here. Let's see gold. And this seems like slightly blocking me. Yes, highs to target, and this is technically a buy-sided market. We have a massive leeway for room, I'd say. Like about 1.5 points there. I think I'm going to start marking a little bit of support and resistance here. As this candle closes to the buy side, we're looking for leads to buy. People are once more going short. Call prices, well, short puts are going up in value. 2 minutes of a massive rejection candle. Checking back in with gold. Gold has decreased about 5 points from the open to the south side candle. It has continued to do so. 3 points from his last 2-minute candle close. That's what I love about gold. It's nice. We have about a minute here, so we're just gonna sit here and wait on this. The goal here for the day, since we are sitting at around 1200, I believe. Oh, we aren't. Okay, yeah, this is our other account, I'm gonna say. We only need to make about 300, I believe, in this account. Yeah, about 300. We hit the goal. Gold has dropped 6 points since the open. Opening at these sell points. And we have about 5 minutes here on SPY. I'm willing to wait a little bit, but we are heading to the buy side apparently over here. I need 2-minute time frame. Because that I'm going to do the standard risk of 2 contracts. Well, the 150. We have some rejection to the lows here. And 2 contracts at 75 each since we do normal risk of 50, well, 150. Contracts have gone out for longs. Open positions now. Actions. Okay, since we're just gonna map our TP around here. Stay calm here today. We have some highs to target. Really looking for some long-term swings. I'm gonna turn off auto. I really watch this on the higher time frame here. How much of a stop is this? About half a position. That's about 70. 30. We're targeting. We have a lot of room to go up here. And this is a no news Monday, so it does give me a little bit more confidence for the day. But nevertheless, let me be ready. I need to have a stop loss in here. What is this? About 30% of the position. I'm going to start throwing in some brackets real quick. I want to show you guys what that looks like over here. I am looking like percentage wise. i.e. I'm not looking to lose more than 40% or 30% of this position. And I'll take this. Just use these as like standard brackets, you feel me? Standard area brackets. Working orders, so they are sitting out in the market right now. And those are that's how I'm managing my positions automatically. I can remove those brackets or change them later if I feel the need to. We have the room for, what is this room actually? This is the room for an entire point here. And so we're gonna start looking at gold real quick, look for 5-minute changes here. Since we are looking to snag ourselves a little point. What is this range? Why do we have this here? Oh, this is the open 15-minute range, okay. The halfway point is around 318.5. Looks like that's where we're heading to, actually. It looks like we're heading to the halfway point of range. I think I might wait for the first 15-minute candle to close here. We have about 8 more points to head down towards. And so I'm going to wait on that. I'm just going to do a little bit of clearing up on the charts here. Anything that's too bold. We're sitting slightly down. Okay, 7%. Back up. Eyes are gonna be on gold here. Strong 2-minute trajectory candles here. Heading back up to support and resistance. We're once again waiting for the 5-minute candle close to see what's really happening here. Potentially even the 15. If we can get some candle closes above this line in the 2-minute time frame, I could be looking a little happy here. We didn't get the close above in the 2-minute time frame, but I'm still looking for it on the 5-minute. Maybe we can start heading buy-sided. This isn't running my stop for some reason. 20%. Of the day. Daily level. Rejection of the daily. Could've waited. We have about 5 minutes till this 15-minute candle closes, and we just got a little touch of the daily level. I think we might see gold turn to the upside here. The first 15-minute candle wick could be a rejection of the sell. Question is, will we see a rejection of this daily level? Using the daily level as a buying point is a little interesting, huh? We see on the 2-minute time frame market's dejected entirely. Starting to see a pullback here, so I could have gotten about 15% better of an entry. No, 20. 20% better of an entry there. Three minutes into the first 15 candle closes out. I'm going to start getting the 15-minute candle range ready on both charts the moment they open up. And I think I'll be satisfied with that much. Let it be noted that our entry order could have been better, 20% of the day. Well, 20% better. One minute to close. We're 87 down to 12. Could be a quick stop out on the day here. $60 seconds on the clock. Gold continues to slam down, breaking new levels. And it pulls back away. It's just a little interesting here. We're gonna sit back and wait until the 5-minute closes in 30 seconds. I'll check for news real quick. Economic data. We've gone from about 29% loss to 61, which is kind of funny here. Doing a lot with oil. Trump says the Fed should cut their rates this week. Trump is optimistic about the Fed cutting their rates this week. Okay. Next, we have to see a 5-minute close above this line. Getting back into gold, since we do have a 15-minute candle range for each item, each instrument now. And opening 15. We are looking to watch gold. Sell sided outside of the range. About 2 points there in contrast. I will hop in for this. Stop. I stop. I can't really see my screen right now. They're actually blocking it. Visually, that's not pleasing. Okay, they're actually tickling me on that one. We're actually heading towards break even on SPY though. We're up about 12, 120, looking for 13. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm targeting range here. We're currently hitting range resistance right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and focus at 110. We can get a candle close below the range. $13 ticks, and the goal here is what, 30? I'm using one contract because if I did 3, I could be already out, but there's no need to be in a rush here today. I just want to get like a better look at my screen here, so we're going to zoom in on the 5-minute time frame. Here's how we're looking, and we're looking for what? Essentially about 36, we're about halfway there now to closing our position out. We're into 21, so what, 23? No, minus 3, 19. 20 points, using one contract of gold, ticks. I had a limit down here. Almost there, about 19. I can move the stop because this is a winner. There's no need to let this winning trade become a loser and simply stop me out. I could also add into this contract, you feel me, because, simply put, how I say this. Oh, that's it. We're done for the day, but this account doesn't have a max limit, right? Oh, it's slammed through. Okay, that's nice. And so technically, this account has made about 1,200 on the day. Technically, want to look at it like that. 300. Because last night, yeah, P&L is 1,500 because we started at the open. And our trade closed around 16. I think it will tell us 16.9. We entered in around the 20 because we had a 5-minute close and we're heading to the sell side of new range. I just have like way too much here on this chart, so it's a little confusing. But over here, this wasn't that bad. My concern is over here though, where we are starting to see rejections of the highs. Maybe about 5 minutes to really clear this up here. But it looks like we might be heading to a steep sell. Here are those, I tell you that much. Might be a sell side today. In this case, I can just close positions. So I need to lose more than necessary. I do want to hold to stop loss, but I'm not sure where the stop is, where 30% of my stop is. So we're at 21 right now. And this isn't it, which I thought it would be. That's kind of odd for me now. I guess, you know, it's very cheap in the day. I'll say that much. Oh, you're right. It was cheap. Let's work on these real quick. Let's actually modify these orders. Brackets. What? Why is the loss so great there? Let's change that real quick. 30. Let's do 40. No. About 25% of a loss there. I really don't have a reason for sticking around the sell side. Well, it's just absolute loss. We lose 25% of the position, which I think we're kind of pushing actually. My charts aren't loading for some reason. I'm refreshing it. It's not showing what loss I'm at. Because this is heading sell sided to connect down here. 25% in the day right now. Let's try and click into these brackets. Why is the stop loss order so far away? Replace. Oh, positions. Cancel the complex. Okay, let's go to working orders then. We'll just mess with them from there. Cancel the complex. Okay. I'm gonna redo the brackets here. Since I'm not sure why it was set to lose 30 or 40%. 30. So it'd be known that our order could have been about 20% better here. Order's been reset. Resent out there. We lose 30% of the order, it cancels immediately. Which is like kind of, I think, just below this. Which is a little weird because we have support line here. Watching gold. Gold has continued to drop a lot further from our entry. We entered around 22. We see points dropping further to 9 points. Could have passed the account in one day actually, heading to the bottom of opening range. It's really nice though. I do want to take a glance over here on the 30-minute time frame just to see what's happening. Levels weren't that bad. Actually, market doesn't even retrace the level, so yeah. Heading back in here, just dancing below break even. Well, dancing somewhere, I'd say that much. Not any most favorable manners. We have about a minute closing this candle. Gold is dumping out significantly from the opening 28 down to 10 points. 18 points on the open. 1,800 per single contract. That's great. Should have passed the account today. I just didn't want to be greedy and have the biggest goals for it. We do hit the halfway point of opening range here. We're gonna hop back on the 15-minute, 5-minute time frame and watch this out. If I can like reload this. That's not live. So this is the one we just traded on. And this is the core we traded last night. I do want to have a pop on and check out TradeSync real quick for just a moment to see if they've got that order or not. Journaling dash. I think I had to export it actually. I think I might do this on the side screen real quick. Export everything over. I'll keep watch over here. We just see rejection towards the sell side. I'm not losing. I really don't want to lose this. Well, not saying I don't want to lose this money, but it looks like we're rejecting. I can just close out here. We got a 5-minute candle close and 15-minute candle close in 5 minutes. So it really depends whether this candle can reject this. If we don't reject this, then I guess we kind of get stopped out here, and that's it for the day. I think I'll still call that safe. I think today our biggest issue was not getting a good entry. I feel like if we had focused on prioritizing a better entry versus overall direction. I'm like redoing this as if we're already out. We aren't stopped out yet. And one check on gold. Gold has hit the bottom of range and is rejecting upwards. I don't need to trade this. This discount doesn't have a limit, so I'll wait. If you see like a rejection that's right here, consider this. I'll consider going long on gold. Wait till 5-minute candle closes out there. These are hourlies? Wait a second, that's odd. Here we have the first 15 and the second 15-minute. Heading into the third. Gold is giving us a slight rejection. Wait for a 5-minute candle close here. I think gold is like 15-minute candles anyway. There we are. We see like the bottom of rejection range. That was traded letting me know the candle was about to close soon. 15-minute candle closing. Oh, 5 minutes. I'm going to mark this out here for the 2-minute. I want to see the rejection. I'll wait for the 5-minute candle close over there. I need to mark it. A lot of yapping. Let's sit over here and watch our positions. 9:48, Trump said we're going to be seeing a tariff for the rest of the world, and that's what they have to pay. He would love to see China open their country up. Okay. And just to show you guys our live position, we're currently down 19%. $24 in the day. I think the lowest was about 20-ish, 23-ish, 24. Our stop is set at 30, so just below the daily levels. Because if we reject daily levels, then that's it. We do have about a minute here to see what market is heading. I went long because we were in a buy-sided market, but I definitely could have waited. Because if I waited, I could have got a order that was about 20-ish% better, waiting for the daily level hits. About 30 seconds here. If you reject the high, which it appears we're about to do, it might be safe to sell out. There's no reason to sit here on the double, or a double loss. You see markets drop out significantly from the open here. Unprecedented levels. Gold is hitting all-time lows as the economy is ripping and roaring elsewhere. Dropping from an opening of 28, currently sitting down to $20. 20-point dip on gold at the open. We see an immediate rejection. I can start getting ready to close here. There's no need to. I'll wait another 5-minute candle out here. I think I'm just gonna wait here. I'm just gonna sit here and hold my stop loss because we keep seeing rejections. And the overall EMAs for the 5 minutes is going up. My indicators are going a little positive here. So if we can like push above this line, I'd be a little happy. Get back to my break-even entry. For some reason, I see I'm down like 20% right now, which is absurd. Market is really resisting this. We're down about 15% in the open. Trade price 0.73 negative. They're just really struggling to get over this level here. I love it. We have a new level actually. We'll mark this out, make it black until we know what direction it's going to be. This candle just closed out. We are breaking over. Let's see if we get swept down. Gold checking. Gold has hit bottom of range and is rejecting its way back into. 2-minute candles are reaching back up to close. Still a little EMA gap on the 5 minutes, but the 2 minutes are about aligned at this point. Three contractors don't need to be greedy or rush here. Reduce our way back down to 1. Guys, we should be break even if I refresh this. I'll just underneath. $10%, 10% down. Okay, hold on a minute. Because we have this like opening, feel me? Let's map this out here. This is what we really need to see. I don't want to do this line. This line looks a little steep. I'd call it a bit more accurate. I want to do all my charting on the 15-minute time from now, so I'm really waiting for it to redo this line. It's a very steep line here. I actually don't like this, how steep it is. Break even. Somehow we're down 12% still, like, regardless. I don't, I guess they're saying we had an entry a little higher than. $11% down. Yes, markets are trading low sideways here because we're going to be primarily focusing on the 5 and the 15s. Lower time frames are initially working, but they are going a little bit towards the sell side. We're about 9% down. I don't know if my stop is like percentage-wise then. Trying to say I entered like way above because I'm still negative, 4% negative. How could I be 4% negative? I didn't buy at the top of line. I literally waited until market came down to buy. I should use a limit order. They're saying my order is way up here. I'm break even now. One percent break even. There's no way they're saying that's break even for me. I tried to enter when we were way down here. How on earth? Me placing my order entry when price came back down, got entered up here, about 20 points higher. This is 1% open for me. I'm running a literally almost a 1-to-1 ratio at this point. 5% positive. Okay, that's actually absurd. Checking back in on gold. Gold, we're seeing some rejections to the sell side again. 308 down to 303s. I see some opening fair value, but not my concern. I'm going to move my stop. Which of these is my stop? Limit, stop market. Cancel the complex. Brackets. Why is the default 60? Okay. 20%. Moving the stop down to 20%, which is about $30, what we were at beforehand. Price should not come back down here, right? Price comes back to here, we have a problem. Okay, that's better. Now we're sitting about 3% on it. And we can just really just chill out here now. Now that we have broken above the range. We just gotta see if we can get a candle close up here. We have broken resistance and range. I'll look at this in like more of the high time frame scales. Trying to see like which way do we have to go. How much room? That could be interesting. I'm gonna draw a second one in here as well. This is what we broke through. We gotta close above that. Above that. I don't draw too much support in here. That was close enough. And so what does this look like for us? Looks like we have some way to go, just a little bit though. We gotta close above the 38.20s, 38.30s and 40s. Let's back out here. Pre-market, we're still targeting these absolute highs at 38.50. $38.50, $38.75, and 39 flat. So these are in 25 increments. We are exactly on the break even right now. Maybe we can move this lower line now. That's more like the aggregate, like the overall. Checking on gold. Gold is still rebounding, but it's kind of almost accepting it. Let's say that much. Treating this as a buy point. With 5-minute close above it, we can get a close. So we get a close like 305. We get a close above this. I'll start looking for longs once we start going above the 2-minute EMA. We're seeing minor sells. And our stop has moved. About 0.58. This is what it would take to double, to hit the double that we were looking for. 146. I want to see where is that looking at? 139.30. That is an interesting ratio there. Wow. I guess we'll be closing a little bit sooner than that. Oddly enough, some people did go short in today's market, which I could see the opening. You know, you go from 80 down to 0.1. All I know is that I could have gotten a better entry from 0.1 back up to 90 using the daily levels. It's rejection. And we have not yet hit resistance. Unless... Now that is interesting. I wouldn't use these candles normally, but that appears to be what market paid a lot of respect to. We'll wait and see how this plays out here. Hitting 2-minute support and resistance. And back to my boys in gold. Gold is giving me a little bit of almost assistance here. We can get some closes above here, the 38, 35. About 2 minutes on these candles here. See a close here. I think that'd be nice to hop in. I'll mark that out here. Once you close above that, I'm definitely going to be willing to target our way in here. We're just using range on range on range, but this is really what I'm looking for from 308 to about 315. How about 1 minute on that, so I'll make sure to come back and look at that. Five-minute candle closing, also a minute as well. Pushing back to break even, we got a rejection, nice trajectory levels. EMAs are holding us, we're sitting break even. Very slow markets on Monday. People are waiting for a lot of the news releases to drop out. As today's a little cleared out, but coming into the following days, just 10 o'clock job openings, consumer confidence. GDP, Treasury, employment, a lot of news, major headlines coming out the coming week. Like everything drops at once. Jobless claims slowly for 8:30. That's going to be real unique. PMI manufacturing. So, you know, people are really just playing a bit more cautionary. There's no need to do everything else. And we are currently sitting here waiting for the gold change. I want to speed up here and use 2 contracts, but I can take my time with this. About 17 seconds here to see a close above this line. Above 309. Take profit. That wasn't what I was looking for here. We were not able to close within this fair value gap range. Within the candle that I was looking. So we did not enter. Oh, wait again. Oh, we're actually going profitably here, 8%. 10:15. New candle opened. Outside of range. We did hit that resistance level. Okay, so they actually do respect that one. They are respecting that one. That is unique. I was not expecting to see that one respected. Just know we could have gotten our order 20% better on the fill. And we are starting to head above actually. 2-minute candle close, open up. TP order rejected. Buy sell. We are okay because we already made 1500 on the day. We have a daily limit set. That's on me. I set that myself. I think in Forex, no Trade Factory station. I did get a notification about that, so I'm gonna go check on that and see what that's looking like. If we look at SPY, Trade Sinker. Put me out there, like, oh my. Tell them what account I have here. That's on me there. I can't blame that. That was my FST. I have my daily P&L set to 1500, so I wouldn't be greedy and I would take my time and be patient. I think I'm actually gonna respect that this time. But 15 on both accounts is never a complaint. We go in here and sync. And also hit refresh data. Waiting for a 5-minute candle close. We have about 2 minutes to go check back in on that. Trade Sinker. Order failed. Because rejected by the broker. That is because we have our 1500 set. I understand. Thank you very much. I do love this though. Some nice trades in here. Technically, this is flat out. This is a flat week. This entire week can be ignored. And I have Trade Sinker from Friday to Friday. So I have 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day, Friday. What my main objective and goal is here. So I want to see this, the actual stats. We have 5 minutes to see the rejection of this candle. People can sell out. What I'm really looking for here, what would make me like potentially close my trade out early, is to do 2-minute candles here, right? So we are consistently opening above, while not closing below the support. Go down, we slam to support, I back up. When we start closing below support, that's when we start having actual concerns in here. I could honestly set this trade to break even because there's no need to lose any money on this trade. But for the sake of volatility and news, which I'm not expecting any news today. There's no real headlines that can sweep me out today, right? But Trump is actively speaking. I'm gonna make a new deadline. So, for some reason I haven't moved my stop loss beyond too far. It's about 4% right here. 5%. Let me map this out here. This is 5. Percentage wise, that makes no sense. Because this is like 20-ish. This is 5. This is 0.2. Okay. I'm just not sure my order is. Slightly higher. Yes. Support grab on 15-minute range. Candle close. Actually, we just got a candle open, not a candle close. 15-minute candle close in 10. Checking back in on my boys in gold. We did not get a 5-minute candle open above, and so I think I'm just gonna exit out of my broker here and just practice trade this. Log out. Favorite trade when coming here with 3 contracts. I would like to trade this normally. I think I'll lower it down to 2. Waiting for a 5-minute candle close above. Seconds to close above this line. 13%, 15% being ran. I'm gonna get stopped out because it's 20. Ooh. Cleared out. Clear cut Danta, I see. 30 on the day. Oh, you reject that. Okay, that's lovely. They're rejecting this support line. I'll color it red. And if I held my actual entry? What a volatile moment there. 520 to 1022. I don't think anyone said anything. I think that was just institution. Sweeping on support lines. Got me. Got me there. I just when I stop too, that's so funny. Checking gold. Gold, 2 minutes left in the candle close. $30 down on the day. Not the most swell thing to see. I made a mistake on Friday when this happened to me. I actually doubled down. Instead of losing 40, I ended up losing 80. I don't think we're going to make that mistake today here. I think we're just going to focus primarily over here. The candle close in about 2 minutes. We do see the market starting to head higher. Especially on a 2-minute time frame here. From the 08 to the 09. About a minute left. We just see an immediate rejection. Here's why I'm waiting for the close. Get a support line touch, and we drop down 3 points immediately almost. About 30 seconds to see a rally or a continued dump. And if not, we can always wait for the next 5 minutes. No, market continued to dump. Okay, I was safe. Got stopped at around here at the 50. That is a little tight. Oh. 30 ticks. have sell by the 1. We're gonna hop around the 5-minute timeline, really get focusing on this one. We are escaping bottom range. We're entering to the fairness of this value gap. Targeting towards not exactly the high. Well, that kind of is the exact high of the range. We're here with 1 contract. We got to close above this. I think I would be willing to add in just 1 contract, but otherwise we're staying ready to sell out. Market is rallying back in higher, back-endedly higher. But we are done over there with the S&P. We have the next 5-minute candle close on gold. I only enter when the candle closes. About 25, we broke into the halfway point of the 5-minute fair value gap. 20 ticks. What's the profit for this trade? About 600. This is literally what you ideally want on each day. $800. We're almost there. I can move my stop loss actually, because there's no need to actually sit there and take that loss, especially in such a profitable trade. Let me see this on 2 minutes, see how exactly we're looking. Fine. Just gonna back out here. See some 2-minute resistance here. Get a candle close, I'll be considering buying back in. Oh, for the halfway point touch, I'll consider a buy-in. Halfway point rejection, I'd say that much. Waiting. Touched. Ran through. You know, greed really cost me. I could have scalped out there. Got the market freeze. Last trade in this account was like 1st of July, and then before that, May. I can't close this down. Five-minute resistance here. Interesting. Close above, you can run from 09 to 14. Top of range. We're gonna hop back in based on the 2-minute candle close here. Watching SPY is kind of dejecting sideways markets, but it's still right next to us. Market has been like a very slow and steep rally. Well, steep and slow. Massive moves like this in July. I think we're gonna go hop in and check QQQ and just see what that would look like overall. Hopping in QQQ during the pre-market session. You don't have the 9 o'clock candle, you have the 8 o'clock. So you have a bunch of buy-sided candles here telling you, hey, buy up, buy up, buy up, right? And then your 9 o'clock candle is a sell. Okay. So you have 2 sell-sided candles and 3 buy-side, right? Opening, perfect touch here on the 627. Market then goes up from 627 1 point, about 1.3, 1.2. Then we see a dejection. That's, not bad. I'd say that much. Heading over to that NVIDIA. 5 points. We have a buy point here, here. I think I recolor them real quick. Not sure we have a double sell they're running. Three buy points, and then in the open we have a sell point right at the open. So you go from 174 to 170 on NVIDIA, $1. Pushing back through gold is actually opening up well for us. I'm in. TP 36. Nope. Yeah. I want to go more dynamic here, but if we see the high of this, 30 will be well. SL. Stop loss to equivalents. And go below. Just below the 20. Ideally, if you're going for 20, you go for 40. But we can't be sure we're getting the 40 here, but we do have confidence. We're going to lock ourselves in here and get ready to scalp out the one contract. I'll be in here on the 5 minute and the 2 minute specifically. Let's keep that back at 40. And this is really what we were looking at here. We have a opening above the halfway point of this 5 minute fair value gap. We could use range targeting to trade back up. But I think I'm going to focus more on scalping since I did not scalp at all during my last trade, and that really cost me significantly. The Dow was also moving favorably. Regular I was trading. Sell-sided. I never get the Dow at times, I tell you guys that much. I never do. It's such an odd instrument. So we can go back to SPY. Like, I understand it moves like similarly to gold. Sometimes it's just really, what a guy, You see this trade went back over to touch break even. Oh. Let me watch my own trade real quick. Eyes on my own paper. Yeah, paper trading. No, because that's setting the bad precedent here. But what I'm really looking for is the opening candles. We did get a close, right? But it was above support. If I can remove all the drawings here. Candle closed above support, open back up. So I wouldn't call this trade invalid yet. I might use this as a support line though. I think I'm actually going to adopt that real quick. Oh, I already have it adopted, okay. And I cannot technically fix this. I'm gonna make that a little tighter. We're just range trading, so we're looking for almost a breakthrough. See a breakout, but just gonna keep pushing, keep waiting out here, This candle also becomes buy-sided at this point. And this far, that candle gets wiped out completely. Pushing back into gold. Our gold trade is still pushing up now. Slow and steady we win the race, So look at it on the 2 minute time frame here. See some resistance here. I think I'm gonna hold my stop here still. Still gonna hold the stop. I'll make sure I'm not watching this too tightly. Five-minute candle close in about 2 seconds here. And we open just above the support. But below the fairness of this value. So this might be a little stoppage for us here. Gold moved a little slow this morning. Volume is a little low. Lower than I was expecting, I'd say that much. I want to close around the 2-minute time frame if you really want to watch it on that. Just not my forte. Stopped out. Tick base stop. Oh, we're done. Okay. Still sell side at market. All is well and all is good. Most accounts down today, practice account wise. We'll wait for the next 15-minute count to close. Getting back into SPY, which is still dejecting, hitting support lines. I just want to know, right? Because my order came in. I entered down here towards 50. They counted my order at like 85. Like maybe not 50 exactly now, but in this range, I got a low order. And we're still seeing rejections of this, of the support line here. I think I might trade it. Look at NQ real quick as well. And Nasdaq behind just moving sideways. That now. Let me over to ES. So we have a buy line. I run target 500. Waiting for a 5-minute candle close. This is still sell-sided, so we drop below this. I think we're looking to sell. These values are about 4 cons, well, 4 points. Really just once again not the best in favorage. Maggiano's Little Italy. Okay, I know that place. Oh, I'm just giving you that information. What a fun day for me. Looks a little different. We do see the same rejectories, just in a different format. Candle close in 20 seconds for the 5-minute. This is a good rejection. I'll give them that much. And it's buy-sided. I'll say that much again. I am still gonna wait. It's 10 seconds out here. Because this is still sell-sided ETH, right? We're trying to break through. Extend it over sell-sided. This goes buy-sided, I mean. I don't know how long it was actually going to take here. Okay, wow, we're actually in for the scoop. We're in at the open of this candle. Targeting highs above both candles, which is actually pre-market lows. Now that is something. I'd better keep our eyes on gold. Pre-market analysis is going on pretty long. I think we're in the stream.